The Student Voices Award is an opportunity to remind all of us of our why, as Candace just mentioned. Why did you begin teaching in the first place? Why did you join an organization or company that supports education? Why do you advocate for student learning opportunities? Why do you put up with the chaos of state education agencies or school district drama? We are all here. We have all dedicated ourselves to this challenging work because of the students. Most of you can probably think of one special student, one school, one district that keeps you going, inspires you to continue often thankless work. Annually, our Student Voices Award brings us back to that why. Our theme today is the future of work. Workforce readiness is a big buzzword in education these days. However, this is not something new to SETDA. It's not something new to our student voices. When I look at the pictures of previous winners, I see Abel, the first in his family to go to college, a nurse for 3 years that now has his MBA and works in the banking industry. I see future environmentalists that developed a national project to save the honeybees. I see Roxana, a research fellow that came from inner city Los Angeles and works right here in DC. The one theme that links all of these past winners is that the students were empowered by innovative learning models that prepare them for college, career, and the workforce. Their schools, along with many others across the country, were supported by dedicated educational leaders, many of whom are in this room. Leaders that work to empower their districts, and schools with policies and practices to support innovation. The future of work is unpredictable. Our important role is to empower learners. Before we hear from the Mineola students today, I would like to share a bit about our 2019 finalists. The Learning Center in Fayetteville County Schools in Kentucky supports innovative ways to educate the most at-risk students. Teachers focus on mastery of academic and social-emotional skills needed to build self-efficacy. The school developed an in-house digital program to support employable behaviors. This is also the first school to adopt a student technology leadership framework supported by the Kentucky Department of Education. One of our other finalist schools is here today with us, Maine's East Grand School. You will have the opportunity to hear and speak to both groups of students and one of our former winners during our Student Voices poster session later this morning. East Grand is located in a very small rural community. Their project-based curriculum helps students gain a sense of place, a sense of community, a sense of self. The school intentionally integrates technology and encourages educators to take risks, and students engage in projects both on and off campus. Illinois' McHenry Elementary School District 15 provides students access to innovation centers, STEAM studios, STEM labs. These collaborative spaces offer K-12 cross-curricular opportunities to allow innovation and provide project-based exploration. Minnesota's Community School of Excellence is home to the Asian Penguins, their computer club. The students in the club learn Linux and offer other free open source software and refurbish used computers. The computers are used in school by students. Most of the computers are given to families in need, helping to close the school's digital divide. For families, these computers often are the very first ones they've ever owned. All of these schools are working to develop lifelong learners and prepare students for the future of work. Before we hear from the Mineola students, I am proud to introduce Garrett McGuire, Area Manager, External Affairs for AT&T. For the last 2 years, AT&T Aspire has collaborated with SETDA and supported our Student Voices Award.
Good morning, and thank you, Christine and Candace. I know I'm holding up the main event, so I'll try to be quick, but it is great to be back. was speaking with some folks this morning. It's crazy how fast this year has gone by. It feels like we were here just yesterday celebrating the St. Albans City School kids from Vermont. But like I said, it's great to be back, especially because that means that AT&T is continuing to work with SETDA and the Student Voices Award. We have truly enjoyed working with you and seeing the incredible work of students across the country. And of course, a special shout out to the Mineola Middle School Mustang students. Congratulations, guys. My Mineola Middle School Mustangs on the way over here. That's a good one. But as you'll see, these kids are impressive. Their school-wide project-based learning unit around economics, community, and business allowed them to collaborate with community leaders and nonprofit organizations to make a difference in their hometown. I'm really looking forward to your presentation, and congratulations on the incredible work you're doing. It's just so refreshing to look around and see what potential the future of this country holds. There are bright minds across the country making a difference, and it's wonderful to be able to honor and celebrate some of them here today. And that includes the Maine students as well. My focus with AT&T is not that different from the work of the Mineola Mustangs. It's about bringing together the power of AT&T to make a difference in our community. Actually, I'm trying to hold on to my job as long as possible after meeting some of these kids because they're coming quick. And my job specific is for here in Virginia, the work we're doing with organizations like SETDA that help kids thrive. Organizations like Odyssey of the Mind, Code Virginia, Bridges to Independence, and many more. AT&T has also supported the National Inventors Challenge to empower young inventors to harness their creative potential by addressing real issues they face every day with technology. In 2019, we had a winner from just down the road in Richmond, Virginia, who invented an easy door opener to help people that can't access doors as easily as others, elderly, pets, disabled folks. And you can find me later, I can send you the video. It's incredible stuff what this young student did. AT&T, like I said, is proud to support these organizations and make investments today to help our Commonwealth here in Virginia, but also the nation, keep its competitive edge and prepare for the future. Just down the road from here will be the new Innovation Campus of Virginia Tech, part of the whole Amazon HQ2 package from the state was building a brand new campus from Virginia Tech. My alma mater, and I saw a Virginia Tech shirt out there, so go Hokies. A campus that will be dedicated to computer science, computer engineering, and software engineering, and related disciplines. These degrees will fuel the current and future workforce. And as this room knows, that starts with K-12 education. At AT&T, we recognize that the students from Mineola and around the country need the education and resources to ensure they are the next generation of developers, entrepreneurs, and leaders. Last year, I mentioned what an exciting time it is for part of these investments. As you know, that hasn't changed. The technological advancements that will be at our fingertips in the coming years will be transformational, and will have balanced opportunity to improve learning, teacher-to-student connections, and student opportunity. 5G is coming, and it will be transformative. AT&T is investing significant resources to deploy the next generation of wireless technology that is beginning around the country through the building of small cells and upgrading our current cell sites. Last year, today, I can use our existing network to take a scooter here from my Uber, but maybe next year I'll ride my autonomous vehicle and have my lunch delivered by drone. There's no need to wait in line for the next great chicken sandwich. It's coming by air. And we're not just invested in the future through our technology, but through the recognition that our people and our communities need to be just as strong as our network. Over 10 years ago, AT&T launched AT&T Aspire to foster and invest in the technology that is making learning easier. AT&T Aspire brings together our employees, our technology, and our organizations to connect people to opportunities through education and job training. Our work with SETDA and the Student Voices Award is a direct result of our AT&T Aspire Foundation mission. Aspire was the idea of our chairman, and over 10 years later that has produced results, with helping students across the country succeed and having committed more than $500 million to help students in all 50 states and around the world. For over 100 years, right before I started with AT&T, we have sought to make a difference in the communities where we live and work through the direct support of organizations, through our employees who share their time, talent, and expertise to help communities thrive. Technology, education, and community all have a place in shaping future leaders and improving lives. AT&T is working to bridge together all three to provide connection and opportunity to lift us all up. It's great for us to work together with organizations that see the power in all three like SETDA. So once again, thank you for having me today, and I'll turn it over to the main event, the Mineola Middle School Mustang.